Welcome back, guys. I'm Brian J, and I'm extremely excited to be back with you guys. This is my second video of the Miss Universe coverage that I'm going to be bringing to you from all over the other side of the world. I'm so excited to be back with you guys. Make sure that you're following me because lots of content will be coming up. Anything that you guys want me to talk about, make sure that you leave it in the comment box so we can go back and forth and I can make that content happen for you. I think I pride myself in being pretty neutral, but also I kind of call myself the devil's advocate because I always try to look at both sides of everything. And I think that I offer a unique perspective, basically going through every single position there is in pageantry, except from the contestant standpoint. And I'm excited to bring you my perspective of all this controversy that has been happening at Miss Universe in this short few hours since they landed, since they started arriving. So it's a lot to unpack. I'm going to do my best. You guys know that I only write a little bit of notes. I don't really have like a script. So I'm just going based off what I truly feel and all the research that I've done for you guys. So without any further ado, here are the 2 days of controversies at Miss Universe 2025. I'm going to start with day one. There's a lot to unpack, like I said before. So I'm going to start with day one. At the start, the contestants started arriving to the host hotel in Thailand, and everything was actually seeming really well. There was lots of content, which is something that we've all in the pageant community asked for in these times. We have lots of content, lots of pictures, lots of vloggers covering the pageant, which is something that we've really wanted always. And we've never really gotten at Miss Universe. We've kind of been set to the side. Pageant vloggers have been set to the side. So this was it had an interesting start and everyone was excited, but the sour note started once people started seeing Mr. Nawat Itzaragrasil walking through the hotel and kind of maybe a lot of pageant people would say taking the spotlight from the Miss Universe contestants. And I will note that in my opinion, yes, it was a little Miss Grandish. And as we all know, Mr. Nawat is the president and owner of Miss Grand International. He's basically my boss, but that doesn't mean that I won't be being as honest as I can be in this video today. It was kind of a sour taste just seeing him around the hotel because it's not the standard that we see at Miss Universe. And people were, they had their panties in a bunch because they did not want to see Mr. Nawat walking around. But I do gotta say that Mr. Nawat is the organizer of the 74th Miss Universe. He is the organizer of the pageant. And I'm going to touch a little bit more on that. But obviously the pageant fans were not excited to see him going around. They made it feel, or they felt like it was turning into Miss Grand International and not keeping in the standards of Miss Universe. But I do got to say that I was excited to see so much content. We had behind the scenes content. We had a lot of updates. That was great. Now, where I started seeing something that was kind of confusing was seeing all the updates, and that was my first red flag, seeing all the updates on the Miss Universe Thailand page and not directly on the Miss Universe pages. It was concerning. Clearly, it was a red flag, and I was like, something is up. It is really strange that the updates are coming directly from the Miss Universe Thailand page and not from the Miss Universe organization page. So that was my first whoa, something is going on. After that, I kind of set it to the side. People were talking about it. I'm not one to jump up and say something or record a video before I know all the details and kind of see the bigger picture of things, because things are misconstrued and usually there's more to a story than we first see. After that, late at night, I was following the coverage of Miss Universe, and late at night, right before I was going to bed, I see something strange. And Miss Universe Thailand page uploads kind of a voting, the voting that we usually see at Miss Grand for a top 10 dinner with Mr. Nawat. And that was another red flag. I was confused. It's not something that we usually see at Miss Universe. It's a Miss Grand kind of thing. And obviously, when I stepped back and analyzed, I was like, why is Mr. Nawat having a dinner with the top 10 voted contestants of Miss Universe? Kind of didn't make sense. To me, I think that if the dinner would have been with a group of sponsors, it would have made sense. Or if the dinner was with Miss Universe Victoria, it would have made more sense. Also, it being on the Miss Universe page, or not being on the Miss Universe page, was probably something that was very confusing to me and a lot of you. So I went to bed that night, thinking like, this is strange. I'm sure Miss Universe pages or fans are going to be kind of in cahoots and they're going to all team up and be like, what is going on? This is not what we're used to. I woke up the next morning to a lot of controversies. Apparently, Mr. Nawat had gone on a live on TikTok and he was questioned about why that happened on the Miss Universe Thailand page. And Mr. Nawat, as he always is, was very direct. And he answered. He said, hey, you really want me to answer that? I'll answer it. So I requested for access to the Miss Universe page, and they denied me. MUO denied him access to the Miss Universe page, so that's why they have been uploading the content onto Miss Universe Thailand. Again, another red flag. Why isn't there a team of Miss Universe organization at Thailand or in Thailand uploading the content? Why wasn't he given access? I understand that they're very protective. That's actually one of the things that Mr. Nawat said, that they're very protective of their brand, and I get it, but then it doesn't concord with what I'm going to be talking about in day 2. After that, Miss Universe releases a press release on their social, and it basically says, hey, this top 10 dinner was not an authorized thing of Miss Universe. Strange. Then Miss Grand, or the organizer of the pageant, puts a press release and says, hey, I'm not sure what they're talking about, but we are fully authorized to do this. Which leads me into my overall thoughts of this. Clearly, there's a miscommunication from both sides. But in the long run of things, I think that Miss Grand and Miss Universe should be communicating, but Miss Universe is at fault here. Miss Universe, this is their pageant. They should know what's up. They should have clear and concise information of what is going to be happening during the concentration of Miss Universe. So clearly there's something wrong. We'll talk about that more later and my final thoughts. But then we have day 2. Day 2 started off very rough as well. I jump on a live and I see a lot of police officers, Thai police officers, in the host hotel. From what I saw from some Thai vloggers, it seems like Miss Universe organization sent a team of the Miss Universe organization with promotional content for a online social casino, which they put propaganda all over the hotel. They had select contestants take pictures, including Miss Universe Philippines, and videos promoting that brand. Well, here's the thing. In Thailand, it is illegal for any social or any casino type, gambling type entity to be promoted. There's no casinos in Thailand. So Mr. Nawat saw it. He was kind of blindsided, and obviously he's walking around the hotel with a Miss Universe shirt, and he's the organizer of the event. I'm pretty sure he was like, whoa, I'm gonna be screwed over because the Thai government is gonna think that I'm involved in this, and it is illegal to have such things in Thailand. So after that, there are some comments from Mr. Nawat saying, hey, I'm not involved with this. I called the police. I told them, hey, I'm not involved with this. This needs to be removed because I don't want to be involved in this whole, potential blow up of the government coming in and being like, hey, you let this happen. You know that there's not supposed to be casino-based promotions in Thailand. So it's a very red flag, a big red flag. And from what I heard in the videos, Mr. Nawat says that he did communicate with Raul Rocha, the co-owner of Miss Universe, prior to this, months ago, telling him, hey, they can't be a sponsor in Thailand because it is illegal. And even after that, they still did it. It's disrespectful. It's disrespectful to the host country. It's disrespectful to the girls because, mind you, this isn't even thinking about how it is illegal in many countries around the world. Girls that are competing right now, putting themselves at risk to potentially not being able to come back to their country or returning and having repercussions because they promoted an online casino. It's a red flag. Old school Miss Universe would have never, specifically Paula Sugart, would have never let something like this happen. So again, it is a big problem. After that, there is also news that Victoria, Miss Universe, was invited to a sponsored dinner where contestants of Miss Universe were present, and it was, I guess it was, they knew that Miss Universe was, it was, a signed thing that Miss Universe was going to be present. And Victoria was not present at the dinner, and sponsors were upset. The organizers were upset, and with reason. I would assume that Victoria was not allowed, because she is at the host hotel, she was not allowed to come and be at that dinner by her boss. So Raul Rocha and the Miss Universe organization probably told her, hey, no, you're not allowed to go down there. So she followed the rules, even though she's in the host country at the hotel. Now, a lot of other things have happened. I think that it's unnecessary things that have happened. Online, they have gone back and forth. Miss Universe organization and Miss Grand International have gone back and forth with press releases that were really unnecessary. These things should have been settled in private, behind closed doors, with no social media presence. It's definitely not something that the legacy of Miss Universe would have ever done. And speaking of legacy, this really leaves a dark cloud over the legacy of Miss Universe. Miss Universe is a brand where I think elegance and classiness have always kind of been at the forefront. And this is definitely not something that would have been done in the old school Miss Universe. I think it's very distasteful. I think that Miss Universe organization should have held this problem and accountability behind the scenes. Now, I will say that I think Miss Universe is at fault. This is your organization. This is your pageant. This is your brand. You should know what is going on during your pageant. And there is a clear miscommunication. There's a clear, multiple instances of clear miscommunication. It seems like Raul Rocha and the Miss Universe organization have no clue what Mr. Nawat and the host country have decided to do and have planned to do. It seems like, to me, and I could be wrong, but it really seems like Miss Universe organization gave Mr. Nawat some guidelines and told them, you guys have to follow these guidelines. And then after that, they gave him free will to do whatever he wanted, and that's what he did. Now, should have Mr. Nawat, and respectfully, as he is my boss, right? Should have Mr. Nawat gone on a live and said these horrible things about Miss Universe organization? No. Are we thinking these things? Yes. Let's not pretend. Let's not pretend like he doesn't have some reasoning and some truth into what he's saying. These things shouldn't have happened. Miss Universe takes 3 hours, and that's me being generous, to upload content. Miss Universe Thailand has been uploading the content 2 minutes after the girls arrive. That's what should be happening. In a day and age of social media where things are constantly changing, and 2 minutes later, people are on to the next thing. That's what should be happening. This content should be being uploaded like they were doing, not how Miss Universe organization has been doing. So why wasn't there a team of Miss Universe. And I'll tell you something before I finish this. I know the Miss Grand International team, and I see them there. I don't see the Miss Universe team there. Where is the Miss Universe team? Why has Miss Universe organization abandoned the ship and let everything fall on Mr. Nawat and the host country, and Miss Universe organization team is not there? Oh, by the way, something that I haven't mentioned. Also, there's over a dozen makeup artists that Miss Universe sent with no accommodations to the host city. How are they sponsors, which by the way had to pay? They had to pay to offer their services to do the makeup for the Miss Universe girls. They had to pay out of their pocket to be there. When there's already a Thai team, first of all, why are they paying? And this is not the first time that Miss Universe organization makes them pay. So I'm not putting all the blame on the current administration of this of the pageant. But why is this happening? Why are makeup artists, which are a fundamental part of beauty pageants, why do they have to pay to be at Miss Universe and give their services for free? And on top of that, they don't have accommodations. It's sick, it's disgusting, it's disrespectful. So now, my final thoughts. This message is going to go respectfully to both Mr. Nawat and to Raul Rocha and the whole Miss Universe organization. This is a legacy brand. This is a brand where it has worked over the years to have its fan base, to be the #1 beauty pageant. Why is the communication lacking? In what moment did the Miss Universe organization lose that strong communication with Mr. Nawat and the host country, the organizers of the pageant? Every single thing that is happening during the pageant, Miss Universe organization should already know what is going to happen, where they're going, because they are responsible for the safety of these girls. And this is my direct message to them, specifically Raul Rocha. Do not tarnish the brand of Miss Universe. It's already going down the drain. There are thousands of fans that follow Miss Universe regardless of what happens. And you are the co-owner, so you should be watching for the best interest of the Miss Universe organization. Right now, we know that JKN is going through an auditing point where there's a lot of changes, but you are the co-owner of this organization. You are the one that needs to be holding up the brand and the legacy of Miss Universe. This doesn't only affect one person, your brand. This affects the national directors, the teams behind them, and most importantly, the women that are competing in this pageant. The spotlight has been completely distracted. I should be talking about right now about the standouts of Miss Universe, not talking about the countless controversies and miscommunications of the organization. I should be talking about how this girl and that girl are standing out, how amazing these girls are, how they are coming for the crown, not talking about why there's a dozen makeup artists without accommodations, why Mr. Nawat is walking around stealing the spotlight of the contestants, why the Miss Universe organization is not present and in the forefront and uploading content. It makes no sense. Y'all need to get your shit together. Y'all need to be on the same page. Y'all need to stop doing press releases, sit down together in Thailand and figure this shit out. Because these girls and these national directors and these teams and these family members have spent their time, their money, their hard work, their talent into making sure that this is a successful edition. The host country, it's disrespectful. Get your shit together. Miss Universe organization, this is a stain on the legacy. Let's get it together. Let's put it behind us, take accountability, put it behind us, and fix it. For the sake of these women that have a dream, for the sake of these women that have worked tirelessly to be here in Miss Universe, to the influencers, to the pageant vloggers that keep licking the boots of Miss Universe or Mr. Nawat, I tell you, stop being sensationalists and hold the people accountable that need to be held accountable. Miss Universe is not just a pageant. It's girls' dream to be on that stage. It's disrespectful. Get it together. And that's all I'm going to say. Thank you, guys. I will see you later. I want to hear you in the comments. I'm a little heated because I'm passionate about the girls having a successful experience. Get it together, Miss Universe. And Mr. Nawat, respectfully, sometimes I know that this should have been expected because you're being you. This isn't new. You have always been like this. And we love that about you. And people hate that about you. Miss Universe organization, though, should have known. And should have put the parameters up to make sure that things like this didn't happen. So yeah, guys, sound off in the comments. Soon, I hope we can put these controversies behind us and we can talk about the standouts of Miss Universe. Thank you guys for being here. I appreciate your love. Make sure you share this with your friends. Sound off in the comments. Like I said, I want to hear your opinions and I want to know what you guys think about my thoughts. But I hope, and I'll repeat it again, that we can put this, that there's accountability, that we put this behind us, and that we can have a successful Miss Universe season. I will see you guys later. Thank you so much for being here. See you soon.